Hey, I wanted to show off my completed army. Now, most of these Marines are not painted yet, but I just wanted to show what I had. Okay, let's start off with one of my HQs, which is a librarian, who I'm going to be using as Nigel the Stormcaller, Hannibal, kitted out with a power weapon, plasma pistol, jump pack, Belt of Russ, and Saga of the Bear. Led by 5 Wolfguard pack, Wolfguard squad with 3 power weapons, all with jump packs. 5-man Devastator squad with 4 missile launchers. 5-man Scout squad that will be infiltrating. A 5-man Combi Terminator squad, their drop pod. 5-man Combi Terminator squad, also in drop pod. 5-man Devastator squad with las cannons and him with their sergeant, and a Razorback with a combi with a twin linked plasma gun. Over here we got 40 Space Marines. I have I believe it is 2 or 4 Wolfpack leaders. Now in the squad it varies. Like 2 have 2 flamethrowers. Yeah, 2 squadrons have 2 flamethrowers in them. The other squadron will have a flamer and a melta-gun. And I believe the other one will as well. This guy's got a power weapon. And that's pretty much it. Just wanted to show the bulk of my army. But now let's get down to tactics, because there's specific reasons why I chose certain things. Like right here, instead of just choosing a regular rune priest, I want this guy to be Nigel. There's a good reason for that, because Nigel knows all the psychic powers, so that way if a certain situation comes to awry, he can cast that specific ability. Like if I want to slow down an opponent's advance with some assault marines, I shoot him up with Murderous Hurricane. Sure, not that much probability of killing a marine, but the fact is, Murderous Hurricane, after you shoot, the enemy treats all terrain, even clear terrain, as dangerous or difficult terrain. That's why I want him. And plus his Lord of Tempest ability would also help me out to slow down or kill enemy vehicles. Now these guys, just like my las cannons, these guys are for tank killing, but I chose the rocket launchers because they're cheaper. Those guys are in case these guys kill, in case him with living lightning, and these rocket launchers kill off the light vehicles that my opponents have. These guys can hopefully kill off a big enemy with their las cannon. This guy, he's there to crush. Oh yeah, he's also got Wolf Tooth Necklace. Forgot. He's there just to crush big, devastating units like a Terminator squad. He's there to kill it. He's expensive, but he's expensive for the purpose, because like I said, he can kill off a big-ass squad of scary units. And plus, I gave him the jump packs for more mobility reasons. The Scouts and the Terminators are here to go and contest opponents' objectives and to destroy fire emplacements. Like this squad has a melta-gun. These guys have combi weapons. Combi Melta is one of them, and Combi Melta is one of those ones as well. So that way these guys can deep strike my opponent. Like if I play a Space Marine and they have a Vindicator, like right on the edge, deep strike here, and just fire the Melta in it and blow it up. Plus, if I don't kill it with the Melta, I have rapid firing combi weapons, so that's gonna kill it. And also, if my opponent has guys on the objective, They could just deep strike in, rapid fire plasmas. That's a dead squad. These guys are just here to give me some numbers, some men, some troops on my side. That's all they're there for. They're there for meat bags. But they still serve a good purpose. No, there's no vehicles whatsoever. I don't count drop pods as a vehicle. There's just that. Now, there's a couple tactics that I have, but I'm not going to talk to them because there are many other people who have these tactics. And some of them I adopted from Tau. Like, there's this cool technique where you set up a firing platform here, las cannons and stuff, and you have your main guy, a couple guys over here, and you make this side weak. So that way, your opponent, like say Blood Angels, he's like, ooh, I'm just gonna, if you set up opposite corners, set up here, and he's like, ooh, I'm just gonna make a beeline. But with all the las cannons and stuff here, you can hit the side armor of vehicles and stuff like Ball Predators. Plus, if he's like, okay, I'll just turn them, that's where having a Rune Priest or the rocket launchers can come in, because he's like, ooh, I'm worried about those guys. He doesn't think twice about a Rune Priest and a rocket launcher. Because this happened to me in another game where my opponent's like, oh, it's just a Rune Priest. Boom, hit him with Living Lightning. The damn, his Vendetta blew up. Like that. It was totally epic. And plus, I also cast, Tempest Wrath. It immobilized his Vendetta. So yeah. Because my opponent's like, ooh, las cannons are strong. But no. Missile launchers could be strong, especially if they're hitting your side armor. So that's why. And I gave the the Twin Link Plasma Gun on that thing in case my opponent starts to get close to my Devastator squad. They can have more firepower, because let's see, 5 las cannons, then rapid firing from the Twin Link thing, that's 8 shots. That's a dead squad almost. So yeah, and a pistol, I guess you should count. That's a dead squad. Now, a lot of people say, for swarm armies, you gotta have a big, beefy gun, like a Vindicator, something with a large blast template. Now, I thought about it, but I said, you don't really need it. Because these guys, they have flamers and bolt guns. These things can annihilate a big squad of guys. Not to mention, Majol, with Lord of Tempest and psychic abilities, he can wipe out an entire unit of guys. And him with the power weapons, like, that's 3, 6, 9 attacks each for just these guys with power weapons. Then him, if I remember correctly, he has 6 attacks, or 5. Plus the charge, so 7. Plus the extra weapon, because it's still a pistol, so yeah. That's one Devastator squad, and sure, these guys, but let's face it, this half will kill them, this half is overkill. The Terminators, they just have power weapons, no power fists, because I don't need them. So that could be really deadly for my opponent. So as you can see, my army does lack mechanization, but I say if you got units that can deep strike to your opponent's line, you're good. And plus, if you have firing units that can reach them, I say it's a good army. Don't let people say, ooh, this is how you gotta build an army. No, because guess what? You can build an army any way you want. That's how Warhammer is supposed to be played. Play the army you want to play it. Because guess what? It all comes down to tactics. I hate it when people always forget they talk about just the raw unit. They only compare the unit itself. They never talk about, terrain, cover, setting up and stuff. And also, your opponent. Because say he's a broad-minded guy. He's like, oh, I'm just gonna blah, blah, just gonna do that. You know, he's just gonna with a big stick. Plus, say your opponent is a guard player, and he's like, whatever, you know, I'm just gonna shoot all my guns. And he's all confident. He's like, oh, you're nothing. And all of a sudden, and that's the problem. He underestimates your army because he's like, oh, yours is pathetic. You're undernumbered. But guess what? In one game, an Imperial Guard player had a hard time killing just one tactical squad with a rune priest, just a rune priest attached. It took him 2 turns just to kill one squad of guys. So 2 times 4. That's 8 turns he has to take killing off my guys. And this is where he even had a big blast template. But that 4 cover safe saved me. That's why I have these guys in case I face a Vindicator or a Demolisher, something with a big blast gun. You know, big blast template. So yeah, and for all people who want to build their armies, build your army the way you want to play it. It's just they go online and look up tactics. That's the best way to do it. Look tactics up on the internet. So that way you can know how to properly use your guys. So don't let people say, oh, you're stupid because you picked that unit. Don't let them say that. Because that unit could be good. Because they always compare it. It's nothing. So yeah. Like right now, my army's somewhat undermanned. I mean, let's see. 40, 45, 50, 56, 57, 58, 59, 40, 41, 42, 47. Wait, what am I talking about? 50, there's 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 70, 71, 72 models. That's actually not that bad. So really, I'm not undermanned. And plus, you gotta consider, those are freaking Terminators. That's gonna be a hard unit to kill. So yeah, that's the best thing to do. Pick Terminators. Awesome unit. Hard to kill. That's it. Bye.